choo, 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 choo. Oh my goodness, this is a bonus episode. I'm so excited about it. Joining us right now to talk about the mid-season finale, the big one, Tacoma FD, from Broken Lizard, Steve Lemme and Kevin Heffernan.
Hi, JJ.
Hi, Steve and Kevin. How are you guys this morning?
Awesome. Wonderful. How are you?
I'm great. I'm really excited to be talking to you. I have to let you know you're not the first Super Troopers in my life.
Okay.
Last year, Eric and Paul actually came to Indianapolis for one of our conventions, and my husband got to be security for them.
Oh, okay. Oh, awesome.
Yeah. So we're huge fans, and always here at Shine 99. And on the show, I like to go right to our listeners and ask them what questions they have. And obviously, everybody's very excited about the show. Is Tacoma FD we've got a big night tonight, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it's our mid-season premiere.
And can you give us, is there anything about it like that you remember when you were filming this that you could give us a little tidbit to be watching for tonight?
We actually have Paul Soder. Paul Soder joins us from Broken Lizard on tonight's episode. He plays a fun character. And so, you and your husband will have to watch as being fans of Paul Soder. But yeah, we do a little fire choir show tonight. We have a little singing in our episode tonight, so we're very multifaceted.
Ooh, I feel like every show has really made their mark when they get to the musical episode, and Tacoma FD is there tonight.
Yeah, well, it's I think the idea came from we'd go to baseball games, and you see the firefighters choir comes out and they sing the national anthem, and we wanted to tackle that hard-hitting subject.
Oh dear!
In a firehouse life. And so Paul Soder plays Wolf Boykins, who's a returning character from season 1, and he is leading the firefighters choir. And a couple of us join the firefighters choir and do some serious singing.
So in the Broken Lizard crew, then, who is the best singer?
Well, I mean, each of us will say that we are individually. This is Kevin. I will say I am. I will say flat out.
All right.
This is Steve. I will say that Kevin is the second best singer in the group.
Ooh.
But I'm not saying I'm the best. Paul is actually the best. Paul Soder is actually the best singer. He was in the men's singing group at Colgate University, where we went to college.
Oh, no kidding. Right. So did you immediately think of him when you wanted singing in the episode? Like, we've got to bring Paul in for this?
Oh, yeah. When we've been talking about Paul as a songbird for many years. And actually, back when we were in college, we did a funny sketch where we made fun of him and the singing group. And so we've always wanted to put it on national television. And that's what's going to happen tonight.
I love this. I love that there's so much history between all of you and that you continue to get to cross over and do so many cool things together. Was there a moment where you guys realized like, hey, we're onto something and maybe this is all we're going to do for the rest of our lives is just create and have fun together?
I mean, that's what you dream of. We were doing sketch comedy in college, and then we made Super Troopers, and it got released in theaters, and it did okay. But it was a few years after that it really started to pick up steam. And so, I think we all are always kind of wondering what the next job is going to be. And Kevin and I, with this new TV series, have finally found it. We've been on. This is our second year, and we're actually starting to get really, really into a rhythm here and of exploring all the stories here. So I think now we're finally in our groove.
Well, that's great. And when we talked with Paul and Eric last summer, and obviously asking them, are we going to get more from all of you back together? They were so excited for you guys. It was so cool to listen to them talk about Tacoma FD and how well it was doing and how happy they are. Like, obviously they'd love to get everybody back together, but how can they complain when two of their best friends are doing such amazing work? And and Tacoma FD, I'm telling you, I know when my husband's watching it, and it's one of those things I can hear him laughing and I can hear your voices. And I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going to sit down and watch Tacoma FD right now. It's so great. Well, in going to some of our listeners' questions, we have to address, and I'm sure you've talked about it 1,000 times, so thank you for letting us ask again, about how the whole MEOW challenge thing came about. Because it literally, when I went to Facebook and said, do you guys have any questions? Dawn said, let me think for a few meownits. Nicole said, can you ask them right meow? Martin said, what projects do they have right meow? Like, every single question had meow in it. What is that like for you guys to, is there a story behind that you can share of how that came up and what it's like for you to have it continue to be such a big part of Broken Lizard?
Yeah, it is amazing that took on that life, because it was really born in just 5 of us sitting around a hotel room, probably like 3 o'clock in the morning, having a little fun and throwing out the silly thing about a guy who, talked to a cat. And it just has turned into this thing now where, like, people do it in interviews and we see professional athletes do it on TV, and it's really become a funny thing for us. And it's always really fun to see people do it,
Yeah, well, we will be watching Tacoma FD tonight, not right meow, but tonight, and on True TV. It's Thursday nights. You guys, as I'm talking to you, I wish we could see each other, because I have 5 cats. I'm the kitty correspondent for Pet Pals TV. The meow thing is a regular thing in my life. Such an honor to talk with you both. We will be watching tonight, and we look forward to hopefully many more seasons of Tacoma FD. You guys have a great day, and thank you so much for giving us your time.
Thank you, KJ.
All right, bye-bye.